Yeah, don't be that guy. You don't want to be that guy. Because we'll find you. Krill and Chippendale dancing. Okay, we'll get some animators on that one. Alright, back to the Q&A until it's time for us to leave.
We've got a guy in a Goku shirt.
Well, goodbye, everyone. Okay, I see how this works. Thank you for coming by. We love you. Bye.
We're just gonna sit here and watch you leave.
We're gonna gently
They got a bike wheel with them.
That's a unicycle. Because it's one wheel.
Wait, is
I'll be right back.
Huh?
I'm just getting water.
You son of a bitch.
Oh, that microphone's not working right now?
I would not say no. Nah, I want to take it.
Hello. Hello.
No, screw it. I think it's emoji. You went there.
Okay, I will answer your question.
Okay, so what's the pecking order?
Maggots always walk up here, and they never understand. Where are you walking? You turn your back on me? Oh, you have earned your own special place on the pecking order. Because you, normal maggots, the dirt, the worms inside of the dirt, Popo's stool, call me Ben Popo.
I just told my brother about the thing.
I got my emoji.
So we can keep an eye out for the thing.
Hi.
Hello.
First, I would like to let the audience know that the manly embrace of Littlekuriboh's arms is to die for.
He is a very huggable individual.
It's true, I could die right now and be happy.
You all are very diverse, very different personalities, different styles, people you started. You know, one would think from some of your older stuff that there might even be clashes. I'm curious just how you managed to pull together all these different talents, these different people, different personalities, and how you all managed to pull this off.
Really, we just kind of got lucky in the fact that Kaiser, Taka, and I's styles do kind of blend the way they do, in which, basically, to sum it up, Taka says something and we tell him no. Most of the time.
It's also amazing what you can do with the promise of cooking. But really what it comes down to is we keep each other in check.
Yeah.
We're always looking at our strengths and our weaknesses, and we try and make up for them. Some of us think a little bit more big picture, some of us look at the now, and it really takes a lot of effort on each side just to make sure that we're honest and open, and always keeping up with, you know, making sure one of us doesn't get carried away, because every once in a while, like, Taka shoots off a million jokes a second, and when the ones that stick are great, the other ones will, you know, but that, and some of us, like, I'm one of those guys who will sit down and we'll be stuck on the scene like, okay, guys, can we sit down? And I'll just sit down.
Yeah, Kaiser and I both think in silence. Taka, meanwhile, if something's not being said, he thinks, well, now we're not doing anything.
Yeah, it's hilarious, actually.
It gets kind of frustrating. We've been at each other's throats.
Frustratingly hilarious.
Yeah.
The other way around.
Frust hilarious.
I actually remember
That word does not sound like what I thought it was.
I remember the one time I pitched a joke to you guys, and it was the last time I ever pitched a joke to you guys. Funnily enough, it goes back to the YomoCon weekend when we first met, and I walked into the room, you guys had all ordered room service, and the food came, we all started eating, and I'd just been cast as freezer, and nobody else knew about it except me and the Team 4-Star guys, and presumably whoever else we call, I don't know. But you sat down, and I was like, oh, I'm going to be freezer. Eventually I'm going to find Goku. I want to suggest a joke and see if they like it. And I know very little about Dragonball Z, but I know movie references and book references and stuff, so I was like, hey, Kaiser, can I suggest something for the Goku versus Frieza fight? Because I've been watching footage of it to prepare for the role. And Kaiser's like, sure, man, suggest anything you want. And he's eating his food, he puts it down for a second, he like looks at me and he listens. And I go, so is it Chuck Palahniuk? Is that the name of the guy who wrote Fight Club? Yeah, I want to make a reference. I'm like, at one point Frieza has to look at Goku and say, do you know what my favorite chocolate book is? And Goku's gonna go, no. And then his tail's gonna wrap around his neck and go, it's joke! And then Goku is gonna go, I prefer Fight Club! And punch him back. And Scott looks at me and goes, and then he goes back to eating. It was
just to put how into perspective what he thought of that, I never heard that.
You know what the funny thing is about that joke? There's a part of me deep inside who's a huge chocolate fan. Loves it.
Thank you very much.
I can't pronounce his surname, so I just thought it would be like, Chuck.
The Fight Club guy.
Okay, I'm sorry we don't take questions from home stocks.
This is true. We'll make an exception for this convention.
Okay, so this has two parts. First part is I just want to put it out there how much of an inspiration role model you guys are. And I'm an aspiring voice actor myself, and you guys are like my heroes. Second part is, the question is, looking back, what do you guys wish you've done differently, or what have you had doubts or second opinions on?
I would definitely say there's some of the stuff in the first season that if I could go back, I would iron it out. I think one of the worst things that we did was that we kind of didn't really have established characters like Yamcha, Chaozu, Tenshinhan. Like episode 6, I think if we had the characters we had for those them now, episode 6 would have been very good. I think episode 6 is like one of the weakest episodes we've ever done. And I think that if we had, again, those characters we have now, they would have been very different, probably a lot better.
Yeah, anything in the first season. Are you asking in general in life or in the series?
Just the series.
Yeah. Okay, good. Because I was thinking back, I'm I probably should have taken.
There was that one sandwich.
I was just saying that thinking, I probably should have taken college more seriously. But, in the series, yeah, I'd say anything in the first season. If we could just go back and redo, specifically the first episode, I think it would be great to go back and redo sometime, and hopefully in a span of time where it wouldn't piss a bunch of people off. It's like, why are you doing this? We could be making a new one. And that's always going to be a question.
Goodbye, guy with Goku shirt.
And other.
Goodbye, guy with shirt that you can buy from my booth in the exhibit hall.
Thank you, bud.
Another video where Amy eats something.
Sorry.
Just another thing.
You're not short, you're vertically challenged.
You're not short, you're fun-sized.
That is the best size.
I'm travel-sized.
So, have any of you ever, after working on an episode for a while, just get a bit distracted and when you go to talk to someone, stay in character and not realize it?
I can't say I've ever just kind of stayed in character for a conversation without realizing. Actually, no, I did once after probably about a 5-hour series of Let's Plays where I was just being Krillin the whole time. And so for the rest of that, until my fiance came home and pointed it out, apparently I was talking like Krillin for a good long while. Yeah, because I hadn't talked to anybody else all day.
I really don't. Unfortunately, most of my characters, I'd say the most in character I ever get would be Gedro and Goran, considering. I think Trunks is the closest thing because Trunks, again, he's my more regular person. He's supposed to be kind of surrounded by a bunch of crazy people, so.
And that is the joke.
Yeah.
This isn't really not thinking about it and speaking in character, but there was a time when, here's the thing, I love when people quote stuff that we've done at us. When people do that, it's a sign of enthusiasm, it's a sign that they care about what we do. It's not annoying to me in the least. There is one occasion when I actually found it legitimately annoying and I reacted, and I feel bad about it in retrospect. At the time, I was enjoying it, the fact that I reacted. Somebody came up to my booth at Anime Expo last year, and while I was talking to 5 or 6 other people at the same time, some guy just comes into my peripheral vision and just walks up to me, who is the voice of Frieza and the narrator, and just starts going, Vegeta, 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 Vegeta,